There are meals that feed your body, and then there are meals that feed your soul. This right here is a perfect example of a meal that's not fancy, but just really, really good. If you want to see more content like this, then go ahead and subscribe to my channel right now so you never miss out on my cooking videos, my recipes, and my tutorials, all coming up on my YouTube channel. I hope you enjoy this video, you like and you subscribe without wasting any time. Just don't gatekeep. And I promise to keep the good content coming. Now, this is the moment you've been waiting for, the part where you get the honor to stay glued to the screen, because I'm about to show you exactly how I made this meal. So stick around until the end to see how you can replicate this. So it all started with frozen pork chops that I had to defrost on the pan and sear a little. After it was done and there was no more ice on both sides, I added oil and spices of my choice, and then when I was done, I put it right back on the stove top so that I can get it a good sear. So I had a storage issue when filming this day, but don't worry, I'll take you through everything. I put the pork chops in the oven to finish off roasting until done, and then I fried some mushrooms in butter, added onions and peppers, and in between all the steps of using this pan, I made sure not to wash it so that the flavors from the pan-seared pork and the sauteed mushrooms can carry over into this white sauce. And that made my white sauce need minimal seasoning. As you'll see in this video, I just melted some butter, added some flour to just get the butter a little bit thicker, but I didn't form a paste. Then I added some milk instead of heavy cream, some salt, and then crushed garlic and herbs. Then back into that creamy white sauce, I'm tossing in majority of the mushrooms that I cooked earlier and seasoned to my liking. Stirred that in and let it simmer down some more. I'm aiming for a rich, thick and creamy sauce, so simmer it down on low heat till it gets to your desired consistency. This was mwah for me. I quickly boiled some broccoli, and then I had leftover onions and peppers that I fried after the pork before adding in the mushrooms. Mix that into my broccoli and then back to the mashed potatoes. Now I want a really soft and creamy mashed potato texture, so I took them out of the pan while still hot and added them to my stand mixer. The whisk method just works so well for a creamy mashed potato. Of course, you can use whatever tools you have in your kitchen, whatever tools you prefer to use when making a mashed potato. But for me, this was the classic technique that I wanted and needed to use. Trust me, mashed potato made on a stand mixer is so addictive and so perfectly textured. But the only downside is that it does lose heat very fast as you mix it in that open stand mixer. But I also didn't want to close it so that I don't retain any excess moisture and water trying to evaporate out of the potatoes. So I took a random plastic bag which was a little bit strong, got a good amount of mashed potatoes in there, and then decided to cut it open. Oh, guys, if only I had known that I am botching it here. This was supposed to act as a piping bag, but yo, I cut it too open. I was actually trying to aim for a more floral swirl, but because my piping bag had such a big opening, I had no choice but to just freestyle how my mashed potato was going to look, because it wasn't possible to get a floral shape here anymore. But this was not looking so bad, but I don't know why I wasn't squeezing the mesh properly and applying perfect pressure right there, because they would have at least looked uniform. But at least I had a mushroom sauce that was able to cover up my piping mistakes. And then for my daughter's plate, I actually didn't opt to pipe the mashed potatoes anymore. What I actually did was just to plate it. So if you want to see my daughter's plate, you will definitely see it at the end of this video. It was looking so cute, guys, because even the meat, you wouldn't believe that's a pork chop. Maybe when you get your first grasp at the video, you'll be asking yourself, is this fish? What is it? So what I did is just remove any bones for her plate, and as well as the speck, and then that's why her meat looks like that. Her plate is so presentable, guys. Anyways, on with the mushroom sauce to cover up my mistakes. I actually was probably gonna plate that on the side, but I just decided, you know what, let me have it on there to just get a good presentation overall for my plate. And then I dropped on some leftover mushrooms which went on sauce to get a perfect presentation. I definitely hope you loved this video, that you'll come back next week and view some more of my content, and like this video, subscribe to my channel right now. See you on the next one. Thank you for watching till the end.